All right, so today is going to be week 2. Let's go ahead and open up and create a new folder for day 2. We're going to copy our index. Are we inside of day 2? Delete that and delete that. We're going to copy HTML over, copy day 2 over, and day 2. Go ahead and close out day 1 so we don't get confused. All right. So for day 1, what did we do yesterday? This is going to be, so rework the app as MVC. We did. Model view controller. Just to recap, the model was the data view. Model was the data. The view was the screen or display controller. I keep messing that up, but basically model was data, view was the display, controller was, mediating between the two. So we split apart to do app, and we did all of that. So today for day 2, add some new functionality to edit the to-do title. So yeah, be able to edit the title. Looks like I had that on there twice. All right. Now let's see. Okay, so day 2. This is week 5 of our JavaScript to-do course. And how do we get started? So first, let's take a look. We'll save this, save this. Let's take a look at our app. Close that for now. Here we go. All right, so now we got our app. And this is not the right app. We want to have the 2 app. Now we have the day 2 app. And what do we want to have happen? So we want, if we double click this test, we want to be able to edit the test. And if we hit enter, it confirms whatever we write in. If we hit escape, it resets it back to what it is. That's our goal. So let's put that in. We want to be able to add an event lister to the input or the title. Okay. How are we going to do that? And then we want to, on double click, want to replace the span with an input. We want to focus on the input. Then we want to add an event listener do the input and listen for key, I guess, key down, escape or enter. If enter, we want to replace the, we want to update the title in our model for the do item. Update and then render the yes line. Else we want to wonder if there's any like concerns that we just like blank those out. All right, so I think this is good. Let's copy this. And let's go down to our controller, right? Your controller. So we need in our init, we need to add our okay, we already had a event listener, to-do list element. We need a to-do list element double click event listener. Okay. So that's where we want to paste this stuff. Yeah, that's a good point. This is not. I think we need an if, and if the event is a list item, uh, let's look at the HTML here for target is a span. Okay, so if the target is a span, Okay, so this whole thing right here is going to screw us up. We're going to have to start using I mean, we don't need this piece. So we're going to remove that part out. We're just going to have that. But yeah, we've got a span here. So span. So add event listener to the input. Edit to the title. We're going to add it and event listener to title. Double click. Add to do button. I don't want to stare like that. Add event listener to the title. Double click. We're going to check. We're going to say if the event target, how do we handle this? Classless, no. Closest. How do we see? How do we how would we target a span if we are using an event listener? Okay, maybe we say the closest span. List item. Okay. Closest span. Okay. Let's say the list span. This would be the title span equals the event target closest span. And if the event target if the list item needs something like this, the title span, and what are we going to do with it? We want to swap We want to store title title to edit, really just the title, edit, title to edit is going to equal the title span dot text font. And then we want to all right, let's see. So let's get back to our and so how to replace a span with an input JavaScript. Create an element replace JavaScript. So we're looking replace with replace an element node in the DOM. That's what we're looking for. So we want to create an input. So let's say const. Let's do the const input, title input equals document dot create element input. And we'll see title input dot content value equals title to edit. Right? And then when we double click the title span, we want to replace with title input. Then we want to focus. We do something like title span dot focus. Let's see if we can get that to work. Delete to do. Oh. I guess I have some old code in here. We do need to parse this and do this. Let's hold this for now here. Try that. All right, so didn't really focus. And are we focusing the wrong thing? Title input focus. All right. So we can double click out. We don't want this functionality anymore. Where can we edit that? I think that would be in the view where we are title. All we want is to do title. Pop that out. And the index. All right. So we don't really need that. Let's see if we can refresh. Okay, that's great. Now we just need to, if we change it and hit enter, so let's right click, inspect, input data index, to do item data ID. You need the LI. So it's the parent of this data. And we would parse that. So title span. Index equals title span parent title how to target parent of a node. Parent node. I don't know parent node. Okay. Parent node. Parent node. We want to get the data ID. Okay, so maybe it's not a function. It says it's not a function. And okay. Now we're getting the data set ID, which is good. Okay. Now that we have that, we want to target this. Are you focused on the input? That's good. Be able to edit the title. That's what's happening with this replace with. Then add an event listener to the input and listen for a key down. We'll say title input, add event listener, key down, function, event, if enter, else, if to find out what key was pressed with key down. How to find how to target what key was pressed with key down event. Event.key. Event key equals event enter. Let's take that and find out what code we're looking for first. Let's check it out. Double click key key D, escape, enter. Okay, so we can use escape or enter. Perfect. All right, so that was kind of cool. We use these to get code we want to if event to equals enter, I'll do something else if event.key equals escape and do something. Now we're just going to do console.log enter press. Do escape for now. Double click, escape pressed, enter pressed, nothing else. Perfect and good. Okay, so now update the title in our model for the to-do item if we hit enter. Else, just render this. All right. Let's try just rendering the list first. I think inside the two controller we have model. All right, so it should be able to say this model. And then self equals this. So we're going to say self model. Model view. So we have to send that to do's. I think we have to send it to do's. So, model. All right. That's correct. This should be pretty easy. First, we know we can render the list with that. We just have to update the title, and we should be able to do title, do item update title. We should be able to get the to-do, the date with the index we want to toggle complete. We need, so we have a toggle complete here that does something. We have an update title here that does something. We have a model thing. So here, actually are going to need an update title. Now we need an update title. And basically it is going to say it's going to take in the index of what we need to do. It's going to say, it's going to take the index and then retitle, right? No. And it's going to say this dot to-dos index update title, new title. I'm guessing this dot save. All right. Now down here, we want to call itself dot model dot update title. We want the title index, sorry, the to-do index, and the title input. Value. All right, let's check this out. I think we got it. Test new. Enter. Crap. New title. What was this thing? This to-dos index. How is update title not a function? Right. Have we lost something here? Update title is a function. To do edit equals this to do and then say to do date title. This to do's index to console dot dir do's to find out why we don't have update title on this damn thing. Should be a prototype of a to-do. All right, let's try that. Just gotta see what's going on. Do one enter console object title test prototype. Huh. All right, have to do it. Have to do a part 2 on this one. Shoot. Let's look at it again. Update title. Prototype. Prototype. Update title. This to let's try this. Let's try this. Delete, delete. So, test 1, test 2. All right. It's working. Test 12. And test 123. Escape. So that felt frustrating. Looks like the code was right, but we had to refresh. I guess separating it, creating the to-do, and not passing it directly has something to do with it. That's useful, but I feel pretty good about this. We added some functionality. We had to look a lot of stuff up, but it felt good. It felt like we were solving problems. And if it was overall, I think, a good session. So can't stress this enough. Make today count. For me, my passion has not always been coding, but it was something that I wanted to do. It was like a dream that I had when I was young. And, whenever I'm feeling like that feeling of regret, it's like I wish I would have done that and really tried, because I do enjoy that, but I let the fact that it was challenging stop me from doing it, and I've always regretted that. And I think that for me, um, you kind of know, at least I know, the things that kind of haunt me, and not chasing that dream and not doing that is one of those things. So chase your dreams, get out there, make today count, and we'll see you tomorrow. Well, I did something.